In this video, we'll discuss the next group of core business value drivers.
Recurring revenues. Having recurring revenues is a huge value booster. Having a nearly guaranteed revenue stream lowers risk significantly in the lives of bankers, investors, and business buyers. Some examples are repeat customers of consumables. Your local grocery store is a good example of that. Subscription services. Your standard magazine subscription is an example of that. And contract revenue, recurring revenues. Your maintenance contracts on your product or service is an example of that. Financial presentation. Having good, clean financial statements is very important to prospective buyers. Your financial statements should be readily accessible if a banker, investor, or prospective buyer requests them. Not being able to produce your financials quickly produces a red flag that something's wrong with your company's financial situation. If you own more than one company, you should have separate financials for each company. And you should always use standard accounting format when presenting to lenders, investors, or buyers. Any other format is not acceptable to third parties for their due diligence. Systems. This is another huge value driver for your company. If a company is heavily dependent on the owner, then it is very difficult to transfer ownership. Systems and procedures should be established for every facet of the business so that a new owner-investor feels comfortable that the business operations don't leave with the previous owner. The existence of documented standard operating procedures enhances the value of the company, as it shows bankers, investors, and buyers that the company is process-driven as opposed to founder-driven. It also makes the transfer of the business less risky and much easier to train new employees. The degree of system automation and integration has a huge effect on this value driver. It shows that your company is sophisticated enough to employ the latest technology. It can also decrease the number of employees that you need to run your business operation. Customer base. Your customers are the lifeblood of any business. Without customers, you have no business. But the makeup of your customer base has a big impact on your company's value. If your company is dependent on one or few customers, your business is at serious risk. If just one of your customers leave, it could seriously affect your revenue and profits. Having repeat customers is a very important aspect of your customer base. Repeat customers save costs and increase profits, thus enhancing company value. It is difficult for a customer to seek product services elsewhere. Then you get more of an opportunity to correct the reason for their unhappiness. You also get the opportunity to update your product service in response to an update by the competition, since leaving your company won't be easy. Leases. Lack of good lease terms can affect a company's ability to get a bank loan and is one of the major causes of a business transfer deal going south in the latter stage of negotiations. An assignable lease agreement with your landlord is critical if the present location of the business is important to the buyer. Suppliers. Having a good supply chain can significantly affect your company's profitability. It is important to have a good and reliable primary supplier with at least two backups. A solid relationship with your supplier can help you get through the tough times. They'll understand your business cycles and help you through the cash flow slow periods. They can also help you identify trends in the market and lead you to hot products. Having contracts with your suppliers is very important. It defines the price, terms, delivery, items purchased, and other important issues. In order not to be locked in, it is important that you have an escape clause in your contracts, and if appropriate, try to get an exclusive contract with the supplier.
In the next video, we'll introduce the last four core business value drivers.